All right, welcome to Inside the Book. I'm Dan Kostelski from Voltbet. This is Jason. We run Voltbet, and we start this week out with Super Rugby. Nice international season. Springboks 1-2, draw 1. Some of those games and some of those little niggles that people picked up might affect the Super Rugby coming into it. Outrights, we've got the Crusaders that are smoking it at 9-4, Stormers at 11-4. Chiefs at 7-2 and Bulls at 8-1. Where's the cash on the outrights?
Crusaders and Chiefs mostly.
Okay.
A little bit for the Bulls. So
not a lot of support for the Stormers.
Voltbet Stormers fans at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into the games. We've got Chiefs against Highlanders.
Chiefs Highlanders.
Yeah.
A little bit of money for the Highlanders on the plus.
Okay. So we went from what? 5.5.
5.5 to 4.5.
Minus 5.5 the Chiefs to minus 4.5. Okay. Rebels Reds minus 8.5.
Minus 8.5. Not much money on the handicap,
okay.
But Reds obviously being included in a lot of multiples.
Yeah, they say all the short
price.
All the short favorites going into a nice little accumulator, which is very typical for the Voltbetor. Crusaders at home minus 10.5 to the Canes. Everybody's, I'm sure, piling into the Crusaders.
On the outright at a short price, nothing much on the
when the Crusaders don't hit their handicap, we usually win because everybody just comes into them in droves. Force Brumbies minus 5.5 now.
Yeah, opened up 6.5.
Okay,
a bit of money for the Force on the plus.
Okay, and Force are sitting at home. That might be why.
Yeah, home advantage.
Stormers playing the Lions at Newlands minus 15.5. Lions come off of a big win there towards the end against the Sharks. Lots of problems right now with John
makes
Mitchell.
It interesting is that was a brilliant win against the Sharks.
Yeah, it was.
And a couple of questions in this game. How much of that was the players? How much had to do with John Mitchell? If the players are now out to prove themselves against the Stormers, could be close.
Yeah.
Stormers also got a fairly inexperienced back row. So
okay, and they probably need a bonus point to
Stormers
stay ahead of the law.
Bonus point.
That's
so,
exactly right. Speaking of bonus points, Bulls are probably going to be looking for a bonus point too. They smoked the Cheetahs in Free State in the second week. This time they're minus 10.5 at home at Loftus. Your thoughts?
Probably about right. Again, on the book, the money is all for them outright, not on handicap.
Taking the short favorites. Yeah. Okay. Let's shift gears a little bit to Wimbledon. Our tennis book is always mayhem during the majors. Wimbledon is no different. On the men's side, it's the top four. It's the Djokovics. It's at 11-8. Nadal 21-10. Federer 9-2, and these are all outrights. And Murray's at 10-1. Murray shortened a little bit. I think we've actually shortened him up quite a bit.
8-1,
yeah, because we're getting so much cash on him.
Yeah, a lot of money for Murray. Happens every year.
It does. Amazing.
And the balance of the money, most of it's on Djokovic.
Yeah, which is slightly different though, because usually on the majors we get all the money coming in for Nadal and Federer. Now the tides are shifting. Women's is all over the place. Li Na's lost, Stosur's lost, Wozniacki, everybody's kind of fan favorite, has lost. We've got Sharapova at 2-1, Serena at 3-1, and we've got Kvitova at 11-2, and all the money.
The money's on
Bartoli
33-1.
Yeah, she started at 100-1 and
a couple of 100 and 200-1 shots in the book also that have attracted
on the women's side. And the women's side is usually all over the place anyway, whereas the men's side has been relatively consistent for the past 3 or 4 years. Euro 2012, we know that Spain's in the final. They're going to be playing either Italy or Germany. Where's the book on the outright for that?
Again, that's a nice situation for Voltbet. The only team that would have cost us money in the top 4 was Portugal. Yeah,
they were out last night in the shootout. And right now we've got Germany as firm favorites against Italy, but that will be determined. Cricket, first ODI for England, Australia, sitting in England, the first of 5 matches. Even money on either. I mean, pretty much even money on either side.
Should be a fantastic series.
Yeah, 100%. And I think right now guys are climbing into Australia. And the last thing, Tour de France starts this weekend. Big sporting event. It's really down to 2 riders.
Bradley Wiggins and Cadel Evans. Wiggins is favourite.
Yeah, 5-4.
unusual for the defending champion not to be favourite in the Tour de France. So.
But and we're getting lots of betting on everybody under the sun. Lots of guys are taking out outside favourites at 50 to 100 to 1. And that wraps up this weekend's betting.